Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Digital Marketing Europe conference. My name is Sahar. I'm the VP of Marketing at Iguazio, which was recently acquired by McKinsey, and I'll be with you here today moderating the Tools and Channels track. We have a great agenda planned for all of you. We'll be introducing you to new tools that will make your lives easier, talking about ways to grow your audience and reach some important channels like YouTube. And it is now my pleasure to introduce our first session of the day. We all know marketing automation can be a lifesaver, especially following the pandemic and in times of economic crisis like we're going through today. You want to be able to do more with smaller teams while adding more personalization, more natural ways of engaging with customers. And marketing automation platforms can really automate a lot of different tasks from kind of pipeline management to communications, emails, social media, chatbots, etc. But how do you really up your game to win your customers' hearts and loyalty using marketing automation and psychology? I'm excited to introduce our first speaker today on the Tools and Channels track. He is the co-founder of user.com, Mike Kobra. And I also wanted to mention that Pact and Manning are running a promotion, and they're going to be giving away free ebooks to attendees that ask questions, rate sessions, and leave comments. So please be active, and that's for your chance to win. And now I'm happy to invite Mike to the stream with us. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Hello, thank you for having me here. I hope that you hear me well.
Yes, we hear you perfectly. It's great to have you, and we're excited for your talk.
Yeah, I'm also pretty excited. I've worked hard to bring a lot of value inside with like real little string of storytelling. So I hope that my keynote will be satisfying for everybody.
I'm sure it will be, and we're looking forward to learning more about user.com as well. It sounds like an amazing tool, and just at the right time where marketing automation is really booming, and teams are seeing the need for something like that.
Yeah, marketing automation landscape is like growing instantly, and it will grow in like according to Gartner, uh, my my market grows 30 year by year, and it will year in such space for next 10 years according to Gartner. So a lot of players are in the market. We are trying to find our space there. So yeah.
That's amazing. So we're going to cue in the presentation. I know that you've prepared something for us already, and we'll be back with you afterwards for Q&A. I'm sure that the audience will have a lot of questions to ask you after that.
Sure.
Thanks for being here with us today.
Enjoy the keynote.
Thank you.
Hello, Digital Marketing Europe. Thank you for having me. Guys, today my presentation title is Win Customer Hearts and Loyalty and Money Using Marketing Automation Psychological Hacks. And we can win those customer hearts using great customer experience. And today I want to talk with you about that. But let's start with the basis. What actually customer experience really mean? When I'm asking this question myself, what always comes into my mind is a story about Joshi. I don't know if you are aware of that story. Joshi is a giraffe, a stuffed one. Joshi is also best friend of Riley, a Chris Hearn son. So this is a favorite toy of Riley. And Mr. Hearn with their kids and family went on a great holiday to Ritz-Carlton, Florida. And when they came back home, they it turned out that Joshi is missing, that they left it in the hotel. And I don't know if there are some parents among the audience of today's presentation, but it can be a really, really stressful moment. But Chris is a experienced father, and just before Riley went mad, screaming and doing terrifying things like kids without their favorite toy does, Chris told that Joshi stayed at the hotel because he'd wanted to have a longer holidays. Next day, he called to Lost and Found office of Ritz-Carlton to send back that lost toy. And a few days later, delivery man knocked to the door. He had a box. In the box, there was a Joshi. But under the box was some envelope. And in that envelope, there was a photo of Joshi actually taking advantage of staying longer in the hotel. And so we could check Joshi on the spa, but not only on the spa. It was not only one photo, but a ton of them. Joshi on the pool, Joshi driving a golf cart on the beach. Joshi organized even a party with other lost toys, and he got a official job in Ritz-Carlton. His position was loss prevention officer. So Joshi was keeping eye on such situation that no other kid would lost and leave their toy in the hotel. And this great customer experience is one thing that it built a great loyalty and can still customer hearts. And Chris Hearn have shared that story on the internet, and I'm happy to share this story with you. And this is a real great customer experience, and the real great customer experience can also benefit your business. It can help your business become more recommended. It can enhance brand reputation. It can increase customer satisfaction, and it can increase customer loyalty. So today I've prepared for you 23 tips with 6 psychological rules on illustrated with 37 examples, and it's all packed on 147 slides, and I need to pack it in 30 minutes, so please don't blink, because at the end I have a special gift for you, so please stay with me. My name is Mike Kobra, and I'm a co-founder of User.com. User.com is a marketing automation and customer data platform that helps transform data into relevant experience without dev time. So on one side, we grab the data about your users on your website or inside your e-commerce store or inside your mobile application. We can get also the data from some ERP systems or like some financial systems. And based on this data, we are able to reach the right audience with the right message through the right channels. And channels we cover are, of course, email, but also push notification, also whole on-site communications like product recommendations, SMS, call center. We are also a live chat and a chatbot solution. So just a brief example how it can work. Imagine that your user have entered your website and checked your blog, and they scroll down to the 30% of the content and spend on that blog post more than 30 seconds. Such activity can fire an event. Same event you are firing to Google Analytics, you can fire this event to user.com or any other marketing automation software. This is a trigger of the automation. In just milliseconds, you can check what you know about this specific cookie, about this specific user. If this user is anonymous, so he is unknown, so you don't know his email, you can show him a pop-up, which you can, of course, create in marketing automation software. If user, like 10 ways of how to do what your company does. And if somebody will fill in this pop-up, you are sending a confirmation email. Thank you for subscription. Here is your ebook. But just after showing this pop-up, you can wait a couple of seconds, like 20 seconds, then check if this user have submitted this form or not. If it submitted this form, this scenario is already covered, but if not, you can reach out to him via different channel of communication, like, hi, I see you're liking our content, maybe you need some help. If you have any questions, I'm here to all answer them. Of course, such automatic chat message can be sent only at the time where somebody can handle this conversation. So from Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. And besides that time frame, you can reach out to this user via chatbot. And this chatbot can ask several questions like, what are you interested in? Like product A, service B, or just browsing. And based on that answers, you can build whole automation scenario, like ask somebody for his email, but also do whole pre-qualification process, like what is your budget? Are you using some tools? Do you have experience in my area of expertise, etc., etc.? And if this customer fits an ideal customer persona, you can automatically set up a deal in the CRM, set up an activity, a task for your sales force. So your salespeople, you can notify your salespeople via email or via Slack notification. You can also take email of the salespeople and use it to send an email, to automatic email, but looked as a handwritten email to that potential lead, like, hi, I saw you've talked with our bot, here is my calendar, so automatic scheduler, etc. So this is what I do on the daily basis. I set up all those scenarios. But getting back to our story of Joshi. Story of Joshi hacked our mind. Just hearing that story might create such thing which is called the halo effect. An halo effect is a cognitive bias that affects our feelings and thoughts towards something or someone. It creates positive or negative halo based on our first impression or judgment. It might come out that when you will be on Florida, you might choose Hotel Ritz-Carlton. And in terms of those micro moments, Google speaks a lot about those micro moments. In my humble opinion, we need to create a lot of micro great moments or micro wow moments. And Amazon is quite aware of that. And they used such thing like this profile icon, and they use it in a very creative way. So while you were browsing their app, such strange thing might occur that this icon might wave to you. There is even a whole thread on Quora that did I see that? Did my profile icon have waved to me, or I have some hallucination? Similar strategy is provided by Asana. When you this is a popular task manager. When you are checking some task as done, a unicorn or on a rainbow can go through your screen, giving you such dopamine hit, and it's just fun. It's I love Asana thanks to that small but very effective animation. You should also hack customer experience using psychological. Halo effect is one of them, but second of them I want to present to you is the peak end rule. People don't judge entire experience, but their memories of those experience. So if you have like feelings and times, the memories are biased. They are not created by like recalling all of the experience and like averaging it, but rather they are heavily dictated by those emotional peaks, so very intense emotional moments, and how the process is ended. Yes, so the peak and end are the most important things. My friends from Brand 24 are quite aware of that, and this is a brand monitoring tool, and when you are purchasing a subscription, this is very stressful moment. So like a peak of the emotion. You are landing on the thank you page, which has this specific video on it. I hope that sound will go correct.
Guys, I think we've got one.
So guys are really happy with each customer, but like creating such video is not the cheapest one. I know that like crocodile costume cost a lot, so they wanted to save money, and all the actors in this movie are just Brand 24 employees. And of course, you can create such a video, but sometimes you can go with much simpler tactic, just saying thank you. Maggie London, an e-commerce site from Great Britain, is creating such email styles that on a handwritten email, and after each purchase they are sending a message which contains just a thank you. It's a different message while you're after first purchase, and a different message after second and next purchases, and those simple tactics is doing the thing. It's building great customer experience. We've also added to our onboarding Google Docs, where our implementation managers works with our customers, one additional page with like letter from a CEO. And being honest, we were thrilled how positive feedback we were getting from that simple thing. You also should celebrate after purchase moments to like stole hearts of your customers. There's such saying that you will never have a second chance to make first impression. And many times when we are talking about that e-commerce or online marketing, visiting your website for the first time, this is the first impression. And if I would like to tell you one thing you should always have on your website, it would be a social proof. I know, like, it's 2023, like social proofs, it's just obvious. Yes, it's obvious, but and Robert Cialdini says that one of the most that social proofs are one of the most powerful persuading concept, that is like persuading people to the certain actions, such as buying product or a service. And it doesn't matter, are you using like Google reviews, or you pick some reviews from Capterra or different system which aggregates those opinions. You can take like actual phrase of customers who left on the chat or via email, and like specific quote embed on your website, or you can create more advanced like case studies, testimonial scenarios. Right now, the technology enables you even to like automatically grab the data, grab those reviews submitted on different services like Capterra, G2, or Trustpilot, and automatically set it up on your website with this specific date, like Tuesday or Wednesday, when it actually happened. According to Nielsen, 22% of customers trust peer recommendations and other unpaid recommendations above all forms of advertising. 7 in 10 people trust consumer opinion posted online, even if they don't know the person behind the opinion, and 88% of customers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendation. And 1-star increase in Yelp reviews rating produces a 5 to 9 increase in revenue. And Booking is quite aware of that and does a great job demonstrating this type of social proofs. While you are scrolling the listing of the apartments, it's hard to not find this red colored statement showing how many people already have booked this room recently. Furthermore, this social proof plays on the tactic on the visitors' FOMO, so fear of missing out. So displaying the number of people is making the message more persuaded. And Etsy take it step further, showing the number of people currently having this product you have in your cart, and people feel an urgency before it runs out of that stocks. You should also always use the specific numbers to emphasize the message and take advantage of FOMO effect. But not each transaction will end with the purchase. No problem with marketing automation. You can rescue the abandoned cart or rescue the abandoned registration process. And while you are sending this abandoned cart or abandoned registration process, you should always try to be curious. You can try to be surprised. You should be empathic. You can rely on being sad, like small, cute pets works always in each marketing tactic. You should also be persistent, and you can try to be creative, because emotions rule all. Emotions are the most important thing. Antonio Damasio, a study by the neuroscientist Antonio Damasio, showed that people who suffered from brain damage to the parts of the brain that rules emotions were unable to make even the simplest decision, like pick up water or coffee, because if there are problems with emotions, we can't make the simplest the decisions. But how you can take advantage of that? Consider most rewarding points in a typical journey for your users. So think about what kind of emotional payoffs already exist in average session. Does your app make time-consuming process more convenient, or does your company offer a service that is sustainably more affordable than its competitors? Just identify the moments when your product is most helpful, valuable, or entertaining, and try to design to make that moments even better. I think, in my humble opinion, Duolingo is one of the best product that does that. This little green owl just make me smile each day. It appears in many places in the app, and I just love them. Sometimes it's angry on me if I'm not doing my daily routine schedule, and you also should deliver as many peaks, so those intense emotional moments on the customer journey as possible. Another case study I bring is from Coffee Desk, because Coffee Desk is an e-commerce from Poland where I'm from, and they sell coffee through online. And one day they decided to start drawing cats on their packages with those coffees, and people just loved that situation. It was a simple drawing of the cat, simple thing, but people just loved cats. It's internet. And my friend is ordering coffee from my friend from work is ordering the coffee from Coffee Desk just to see the cat. But not everybody loves cats, and some people just don't like cats. And this is an actual comment to an actual order, and I hope that you can read it. The translation is proper, and because Coffee Desk always want to deliver customer needs in that particular situation, they also delivered that content. I know, but it's still the cat. The title of this presentation is Win Customer Hearts and Loyalty Using Marketing Automation and Psychological Hacks, and I can imagine that this previous slide might not win your heart, and same situation is with your customers. Sometimes your product won't bring satisfaction. When I'm using some different services and apps, I'm sometimes feeling that people who are responsible for producing those apps are just evil personified, similar to that guy who put the fake stickers on open places on airport, annoying many people. Yes, you can buy the stickers online on Amazon and do the same case, but how you should take advantage of it while creating your customer journey. You should use the principle of least effort. People are lazy. How people are lazy, it's just internet knows only how lazy people can be. This is the reason why Stephen Krug have written this book, Don't Make Me Think. And you should also, while creating your online customer journey, minimize the obstacles. If you have a purchase button, try to do one-click purchase. Yeah, if you have forms, try to use pre-filled forms with the cookie information. If you have a registration or a login in your service, try to use single sign-on with the Google or with LinkedIn, depending on your customer persona. If you have a frequent buyers, offer them a subscription. They're like minimizing the obstacles are really, really important. But most important for great customer experience is customers. Customers are the most important thing, and being precise, not only customers, but their ego. There is such a psychological rule responsible for the situation that if you are on the party or in some place and you hear your name, everybody is talking, there's much noise, but somebody is mentioning your name or name of your company, your ear can automatically grab it from that a lot of sounds and you will notify that. Responsible for that is a cocktail party effect, and it states that people like to focus on the information that is relevant for them. And this is the great way to value customers and use the personalization in your customers' messages. Of course, most of you probably use this personalization in dynamic emails like hi Mike, hi first name. Yeah, but it's 2023. I strongly encourage you to grow on your personalization maturity curve and not only use this single message mailing or field insertion with this first name in the title of the email, but you should go higher. Try to use rule-based segmentation. Try to use behavioral recommendation. Try to build omni-channel experience. So combining emails with push notification, with SMS messages, with on-site communication, and even go into predictive personalization and you can take an inspiration out of a lot of companies. Check what Amazon does, or check how Netflix is using the information they have about you, so what kind of series you've watched, just to recommend you different content and next series. You should also show customers that you see them and hear them by using personalization. And the last psychological rule I bring to you are, so this fifth final psychological rule is reciprocity principle. Why this? Getting to Joshi's story, why Chris Hearn shared that story. According to law of reciprocity, when someone gives us something, we feel obliged to repay with that debt. And in 1973, psychologists Philip Kuntz and Michael Woolcott conducted an experiment. They sent out handwritten Christmas cards with a note of photograph of Kuntz, his family, and they sent it to approximately 600 strangers. So it was just a handwritten note with a photo and in a general to random people without any connections. And I don't know if you perform like cold mailing and what kind of response rate you are getting out of it, but they were able to get 100 50 replies out of it. So like 25% response rate. My cold email campaigns does not get it such high response. And what's funny, people sometimes responded with generic cards, photos of family, but sometimes they deeply describe what are the history of their last few years. So they really feel obliged to write you back. And how you can take advantage out of it in like digital e-commerce marketing. Ask for reviews after purchase and then use the good ones as a social proofs. Do the NPS survey and read the reasons why you have those promoters, and like try to use those reasons as a social proofs. Track and analyze user behavior on your website using such solutions like User.com or Hotjar. You should also track your online reputation via Insights24 or Brand24 solutions and try to take advantage out of that. What stands behind that Ritz-Carlton great story? For sure, a lot of effort, but they simplify the task by writing down the golden standards. So those staff who've made those Joshi's photos on the beach and on the places, they were super creative. They were going by those gold standards they actually written down. Also Brand24, those dancing guys happy with each customers, also written down good practices for building customer relations, and I strongly recommend you can check them out. You should also write down the rules and standards to share it with your team. But that's not all. Ritz-Carlton uses CRM. It was called Mystique, and it is a database where they track information such as guest preference, frequency of visits, what they came with issues during previous stays, and they besides the CRM and those gold standards, they have those rules that all the staff of Ritz-Carlton should keep the radar and antenna up, and the employees are encouraged to look for unexpressed needs for the customers and try to satisfy. They carry around the notepads and record expressed and unexpressed needs of every guest, and then try to surprise and delight those guests. And the database of those how you can surprise and delight guests are shared among 21 different countries. You should also collect all those wow moments and share them among company. But story of Joshi has a second part. Couple years after, the family of Chris Hearn returned to the same hotel, and daughter of Chris, Juliana, get in the conversation with staff member in spa, describing how nicely they were treated during the previous family. And she was surprised that regular spa staff knew the Joshi by name, knew the whole story. In fact, everybody know that story. It's thanks to a CRM and shared wow moments. And but daughter of Chris shared with spa member also the saddest truth that between first and second visit in Ritz-Carlton, Joshi have actually have been lost and didn't find. And later, this afternoon, somebody have knocked to the door of Chris' family room, carrying a bag with a Riley on it, so personalization even on the bag. And inside, there was a giraffe, another stuffed giraffe, and it has a letter on the neck that introducing himself as a Jeffy, a lost cousin of Joshi, and note said that while Joshi is on his worldwide adventure, Jeffy would be honored to be a new Riley's companion. It also said that he likes warm hugs, and those are like really great customer experience, and I'm really fascinated with such stories. And because I'm almost at the end, I promised that I will bring you some special gift. If you want to create such great experience, I strongly recommend to you to download this ebook while we are sharing the information how you can set up those marketing automation scenarios to deliver emails and on-site communication on such level. And if I want to one thing you left with you, it would be a sentence provided by Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And I hope that this short keynote made you feel a little bit better. Thank you very much for the attention. Thank you very much for participating. If you want to connect with me, feel free to grab me on LinkedIn. Have a great day. Bye.
Okay. Hello, guys.
Hello, Mike. Thank you so much. That was incredible. And what a great story about Joshi. You can definitely feel the emotion in that story, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it is a heartbreaker.
Yeah, for sure. So we have about 2 minutes left, and I see that there are a couple of questions. So we'll just, I think, take one or two so that we don't run over. So the first question for you is around trends for marketing automation. What are kind of the main trends that you're seeing in the landscape today?
So from my perspective, for sure, on end of March 2023, I see two very intensive trends. One of them is connected to generative AI. Everybody is talking about ChatGPT, and most of marketing automation tools try to include inside their application some elements that can take advantage of this revolution I currently see in marketing landscape. As user.com, we also let our customers to generate some headlines or content using generative AI inside our visual editor of emails and of landing pages. And the second one is trend which comes from e-commerce industry. It's called MACH. It's M-A-C-H, and it's an acronym which stands for microservices, API first, composable, and headless. And when you are composing your MarTech stack, the trend a couple of years ago was that you are going in an all-in-one solution. So you were buying like Adobe Cloud or Salesforce Marketing Cloud. But we've also tried to be an all-in-one solution. But right now, thanks to API and thanks to no-code and low-code solutions, it's much easier to connect those apps you have in your ecosystem to like deliver better customer experience and deliver more personalized, more meaningful experience in all communication channels.
That's fantastic. And generative AI is definitely going to be the wave of the future. I
Yeah.
think that's all the time we have, unfortunately. Feel free to keep chatting with us in the chat on the Pine platform. And at this point, I just want to say thank you so much, Mike, for being here with us and sharing your insights. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for the invitation and have a great day.
And thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
This is all we got. Remember the revolution in our minds. This is all we got.
Lock me out of this life institution. I am angry and I on illusions. Yes, I hate, but it's not a solution. Try my best, buddy, I'm just a human.